Last time I looked, the music on my big desktop could play for 68 days non-stop without playing the same song twice. That was a couple of months ago, before I noticed some files, basically any artist whose name starts with the letter G, had copied wrong and had to re-add them from my backups. I still have a gamut I run every other Saturday or so where new music is acquired as well. It's on the big computer, so I get something good going in the home gym without having to use my headphones. Music frames a large portion of my day-to-day. I say that to say that whenever someone sees me out, there is probably a not exactly random song bouncing around in my head. Or a dog, but never mind that. Never mind that, though. Well, consider it, but don't focus too much on it. My world remains tied to the things I enjoy, that I'm responsible for, that are good to me, and that there remains some mutual love for. Most other shit I'm usually trying to actively avoid dealing with and working to shorten interactions with. It isn't sensing to be forced to remain in one such an interaction when it is not interesting me, and I tend to sometimes act out. But I also promised Santa Claus to cool it on the villainy, so I have had to learn to get creative, especially since my recent slip-up with the door-to-door folks. Are y'all familiar with the concept of an earworm? By definition, it is a song that you hear and it gets stuck inside of your head for hours, days, forever. It is why rickrolling is a thing. Well, when I'm cornered into a conversation beyond the time constraints of what my proud weirdo brain will allow me to remain in, I tend to kind of bust out into a song. Not for anything other than to punish the offending party for eating up too much of my time. Poor Hemplo. My birthday is in 2 days, and my family has been known for having these big, banging-ass cookouts on the closest Saturday to me, my twin, our brother-in-law, and a cousin when he can make it in town, birthday. As a matter of necessity, mainly being that leaving my neighborhood tends to cost me at least $50 a fucking trip here lately, have spent the most of the month of June no further from my house than I can walk and be back in an hour. But I had to go to the Walmarts for supplies on Monday and ran into an old friend from school. Friend. Phlip. Me. What's good, man? Friend. Chillin'. What's been up with you? Me. Not a lot. Working and staying safe. Friend. I see you've been doing them yards on Facebook. Me. Yeah, that's part of the working part. Side hustling. Friend. Wait. Y'all got a birthday coming up, right? Me. This Saturday, yep. Friend, y'all ain't having that big party like y'all do every year? Let me break in for a second here. I decided this year that after almost 20 years of this cookout and understanding what it costs to provide food and alcohol to 50 to 75 people, not to mention cleaning up after that shit the next day, you get it. I say that to say that if he sees the yards I cut on FB, then he sees the event I created inviting people to come hang out with me on Saturday. I planned a whole itinerary and made the post or event open for all of my connected friends and invitees to see. I know it worked because at least 2 people signed on to come and hang before I even got to their names on my friends list to invite them. Needless to say, to be forced to repeat this shit is frustrating, so it is time to lean on an old tried and true. Me. Humming, almost mumbling, "It's the final countdown." Friend. Huh? Me. My bad, man. That song been stuck in my head all day. But nah, we going different directions this year. No big cookout. Friend. Me. Check. I need to get this ice cream home before it melts and my wife beats me. Friend. Haha. All right, man, you be easy. Me. You do the same. As I walked off, I heard him humming the keyboard riff to Europe's The Final Countdown. While, yes, the song was in my head fighting for this man's attention at the moment, my random blurtation, new word, y'all, was clearly done on purpose and clearly done with the intent of sharing my annoyance to shorten the interaction. Beware, ladies and gentlefolk, I might break out into a song in the middle of a conversation with you. That song may or may not be designed to be stuck in your head for the remainder of an undetermined period of time, and I may have done all of that just to fuck with you. I have a metric shit ton of ammo for Sate assaults, as mentioned back there in the beginning. Will I ever actually tell you why? Hell no. I may or not have just gotten the song stuck inside of your head now. You're welcome.